Hey there, it's Blaine with Seven Sons and Gray's Cart, and this video is for the other farms and producers that follow what we do here at Seven Sons. We raise pastured foods and we direct market those foods to roughly 5,000 very supportive customers, and we have a passion for helping other farms, wherever you are, connect with more consumers and provide more regenerative foods in our food system. So in today's video, this is going to be a marketing lesson. I'm going to identify the #1 marketing barrier that keeps you from growing your business and connecting with more customers. What is that barrier? What is that missing link? It's convenience. That is the #1 barrier that separates you from your farm, or you from your customers, your farm from your customers. And when it comes to connecting with more customers, there's 3 things we have to do well. We have to produce a quality product, we have to produce it with integrity, and we have to provide convenience. Now, that actually means that as farmers, we have the upper hand. We have the competitive advantage when it comes to even competing with companies like Amazon or ButcherBox or Crowd Cow. The reason that those companies exist is because they provide convenience. But what you can do better than any of those multi-million, billion-dollar companies, you can provide a much higher quality product than what they could ever offer customers, and you can tell a much better story as a local regenerative farm that can build a lot higher trust with consumers, because we are going, as a regenerative farm, we are going to the work of providing foods and raising foods with integrity. Those other companies can't compete with us in those 2 areas. But where we get into trouble is when we don't focus on providing our customers with convenience. Matter of fact, where we really go wrong as local farmers and direct marketers is we focus on marketing methods that are all about our convenience as a farmer. And here's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about seasonal CSAs. I'm talking about seasonal freezer meat programs where our customers have to put down big down payments or deposits or pay hefty delivery fees. All those fees that we want to charge our customers, those are based on our convenience, making our customer travel to us or go to the processor to pick up their products. We have to flip that on its head, put ourselves in our customers' shoes. Our customers and consumers are busy. They live fast-paced lives. They have families to take care of. We have to be more convenient. Matter of fact, I think gone are the days of the old systems of seasonal CSAs and freezer meat programs, you name it. Those days are gone if we want to be relevant and actually compete and provide value to our customers. So if we can do all 3 of those things, provide quality, integrity, and convenience, that is how you will grow your business, and that is what we have focused on here at Seven Sons. So this video is all about addressing the biggest missing link that you have on your farm that separates you from your customer. That is convenience. And so I want you to think about your farm and your business model as a value chain. Now, our customers are always up here at the very top of the value chain, and as farmers, food producers, we start off at the bottom of the value chain. If you're just a commodity farmer, you're only going to capture maybe 12 to 15 cents of every food dollar. So that means if we want to be more profitable and if we want to go to the extra work and integrity of raising quality foods, we have to capture a greater percentage of the food dollar if we're going to have an economic model as a small family farm so that we can survive and pass our farm to the next generation. So our job is to climb up the value chain and to close this gap. And what I'm going to explain in the rest of this video is what we call at Seven Sons the convenience platform. It's a framework for thinking about making your farm far more convenient. And if you follow this framework, we have based our business and marketing model on this exact framework, and it works. So follow along here. So let's draw a platform here, and this is how you're going to develop a marketing platform. We're going to call this the convenience platform. It's what you need to build on your farm. And matter of fact, any farm that I see across the country that is being successful with connecting with customers and growing their business, they all have all 3 elements of this convenience platform. So this platform is held up by 3 legs. And like any 3-legged platform, you have to have all 3 legs there, or else the stool and the platform will topple. So the first aspect of this convenience platform is being visible. We have to be visible to our customers if they're going to find us, right? When I talk to other farms that are trying to grow their businesses, I hear it all the time. I'm producing a quality product. I have a great story. I'm producing it with integrity, but nobody knows that I exist. Nobody knows I'm going to all this work and I have this great product. Your freezers are full and no customers to buy it. That's because we lack visibility as farms. Think about it. As farms, we're located in rural places, right? We're not inside the city or on the big highways where people can find out about us. So that means we have to bridge that gap and focus on visibility. And then where we go wrong a lot of times as new farms getting started is we turn to things like farmers markets. The problem with farmers markets is that they offer such a narrow window of visibility, right? Because they're typically only open seasonally. And so that means they're only open certain days of the week and typically only certain times of the day, right? So that's a very narrow window. You're only visible to the people that show up on that day during that time. And then you have to compete with all the other vendors, let alone all the red tape and regulations involved with farmers markets. So what we have found at Seven Sons, it's far more profitable in the long term to focus on using the internet, digital marketing, to create visibility. So if you're just getting started with direct marketing, or if you're just getting started with your farm, even before you have products, maybe even a year before you ever have products to sell, that is a great time to focus on digital marketing, to start building a following of email subscribers and social media followers that are following your story and what you're doing as a farm. And that way, once you do have products ready to sell, you're going to have followers that are ready to convert into customers. So the first thing you want to do to establish online visibility is develop a website and then get as many links pointing back to your website as possible. So that means you need to put your website up on your social media platforms, get a Google business listing, and then find as many local food directories and bloggers that will link to your website. And then once people get to your website, make sure you have a clear plan of action for them to follow. If you have products ready to buy, then explain to them how they can take steps to purchase from your farm. And if you don't have products ready to buy, and if you're just getting started and aren't ready to sell just yet, well then invite people to sign up on your newsletter. Provide an incentive to sign up on your newsletter so that when you do have products, you have an email list waiting to buy from you. So that is visibility. That is how we have grown our business and connected with more consumers who care about what we do and how we raise our products. Now, the second leg to this platform is availability. Okay, we have to be available to our customers. And what I mean here is, what I'm talking about is the fact that as local farmers, we're typically very seasonal in what we do. And that's a good thing. We want to work with nature. We want to work with the ecosystem, not against it. The problem is when a customer successfully lands on your website, they're ready to buy right then and there. If you have to ask them to sign up on a waiting list every single year so that when you have products available in the fall, for example, at Seven Sons, we harvest a lot of our beef in the fall. And we used to make all of our customers wait until the fall, until we were ready to harvest our animals in order to buy from us. And we found that that just wasn't convenient. Like I said, it's a noisier, busier marketplace now. There's a lot of folks focusing on raising, or not raising, but marketing products like grass-fed beef, and they're making it more convenient. Folks like I've mentioned them before, ButcherBox, even Amazon. You can buy grass-fed beef on Amazon, shipped to your door. So the question for you, it depends on what you're raising, it depends on where you're located, but how are you going to make your products more available for more days out of the year? And what it sometimes means is we just need to adjust how we're storing and packaging our products to make them available longer days out of the year. So maybe if you're a produce farmer, you need to think about some four-season production infrastructure on your farm. At Seven Sons, we have an egg, laying hens, we have an egg business, so we have to focus on having good winter housing that keeps our hens comfortable and warm. We have to be careful when we go from summer housing to winter housing to not cause unnecessary molt so that we can maintain availability in our supply. When it comes to products like grass-fed beef and free-range pork, we focus on really good packaging so that we can store our products longer in the freezer. So we invest in freezer space so that we can sell frozen products for a lot wider window throughout the year than what we used to when we just offered freezer meat and took pre-orders for the fall. Does that make sense? So think through on your farm. It depends on where you're located, what your offering is, but how do you expand your window of availability so that customers can buy from you more days out of the year. It's very common that when I'm talking to other farms, they will tell me, I really need more customers. That's my problem. Yet when I go to their website, I see things like sold out until next year, taking pre-orders for 3 months from now. Those are not things that are going to allow us to grow our business because it's inconvenient. Now, the third leg on this platform here is what I call accessibility. Okay? We have to be visible, available, and accessible to our customers. And here's what I'm talking about. As I mentioned earlier, as farmers, we're typically in rural areas. We're not very accessible to our customers. Typically, customers, they want to come to their farm or your processor, they have to drive a ways. And if your customers are having to drive more than 45 minutes to an hour or 2 or 3 hours, that becomes a big barrier and a problem when it comes to convenience. Remember, it's not enough just because a customer found you online. And again, because you're focusing on online visibility, you will have a lot wider radius of people that find you. So it's important that you're not only visible to a larger amount of people outside of your little rural area, you need to connect with people 2 or 3 hours from your farm in larger cities. If you're going to find more customers, you must be available, and you must bridge that distance gap. So how do you do that? Well, what we've done at Seven Sons is we've established pickup locations that are convenient to our customer in the cities where they live. So they only have to drive maybe 10, 15, or 20 minutes to a pickup location. So that means they find us online, they see that we have products available for them to actually order right on the spot. And on our website, they choose, hey, what pickup location is closest to me? And we deliver to those pickup locations every 4 to 6 weeks. Far more convenient than making our customers wait until the fall to drive all the way 2 or 3 hours from a city to our farm to pick up their orders. Another way that we've done and made our products more accessible is through home delivery. So any farm can partner with people like FedEx or UPS to pick up orders right at their farm and deliver it to a customer's home. And the big misconception when it comes to shipping food online is that you have to set up to ship nationwide. You actually don't. If you have the right tools, you can set up just to serve a geographical area where you can ship maybe 1 day ground from your farm. It reduces the need of expensive dry ice and expensive shipping fees. So there are ways for small farms to get set up to ship their products in an economic way that works out for your farm and your customer. So I want you to think through on your farm, how can you create additional visibility, availability, and accessibility so that you can bridge this gap of convenience so you can climb the value chain and reach more customers. I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope this has been educational for you. If you're looking to dive deeper, and I encourage you to, we have a marketing course called the Farm Marketing Makeover course. It's free for any farm that wants to dive deeper into these models and begin building and growing their customer base. So in the description below, there will be a link for you to sign up and take that course right away after this video. And I encourage you to comment below, what are some of the biggest barriers that you face when it comes to making your farm a lot more convenient? Is it initial visibility? Do you have seasonal production windows that aren't very convenient, or do you struggle with getting your products to your customers where they live? Comment below in the comments below, and be sure to like and subscribe, and we'll be back with another whiteboard video soon.